Ashworth, the Fitness Nomad, coming to you from the Nomad News Desk. There's a couple of good things coming across the Nomad News Desk here today. Two things. First one was a Thanksgiving gift from a client. So if you're a client and you haven't gotten me your gift yet, time is running out. The Compound Effect, written by the producer of Success Magazine. Terrific book according to my client. I like the concept. I love the concept. It's chipping away at your goals, at your success, one little step at a time. That's what success takes. We all have this preconceived notion about successful people that somehow suddenly they just landed in a successful job, career, whatever the case might be. This stuff takes a lot of hard work, and a lot of it isn't glorious. It's chipping away at it one step at a time. And today we're talking about that specifically related to weight loss, body transformation, changing your life for the better. There is so much misinformation out there, and there is so much out there to entice you, to play on your emotions, to play on your willingness to believe that you can lose 5 pounds a week, that you can transform your body in 12 weeks or less. You can't do it. You can't do it that fast. It took a while for you to get there. It's going to take a while for you to get back. There was something really interesting I found again in the Nutrition Action newsletter. The flat belly diet. I'm sure you've probably seen this. You've certainly probably seen the cover to this book at Borders or Barnes & Noble. This is a perfect example of what we're talking about in terms of the misinformation. And so it's a great kind of in conjunction with the idea behind the compound effect, chipping away at your success one little step at a time, the flat belly diet. So let's talk about that. Now, keep in mind, this is a bigger part of the problem. This book was produced by the people at Prevention Magazine, okay? A fairly reputable magazine out there promoting healthy behaviors designed to prevent disease. This book, I mean, well, let's get into it and I'll show you what I mean. So keep in mind, this flat belly diet book, this is put out by Prevention Magazine. Prevention Magazine is a fairly reputable magazine. The idea behind it is solid, preventing disease before it starts, taking good care of yourself. Lose up to 15 pounds in 32 days. That's right on the cover. That's 1 pound every 2 days. And if you've been listening to this, and specifically if you've listened to the last couple of broadcasts where I attacked Jillian Michaels' DVD, where she's claiming up to 5 pounds a week of weight loss, you know that that's impossible. But there it is right on the cover. Lose up to 15 pounds a week. Sick? I mean really sick of all that belly fat, dear friend? Asked the special announcement that hundreds of thousands of women received in the mail last summer about a remarkable fat melting breakthrough from the folks you trust at Prevention Magazine. Well, guess what, Prevention Magazine? I'm not so sure we can trust you anymore. And let's talk about why. So the first thing you learn in the promotion of the book and the introduction of the book is that the secret belly fat burning compound is monounsaturated fat, the same kind of fat that you find in olive oil, okay? The same kind of fat that you find in all the foods that you normally eat if you're eating healthy. It's right there, so it's no secret ingredient. Yes, my friends, I am talking about chocolate and peanut butter, writes Prevention editor. The more you eat, the more you lose. Now, you've heard me say the same thing, eat more to weigh less, but I'm talking about complex carbohydrates, whole grains, lean proteins. When you're eating healthfully, you can eat more and weigh less. You can't eat more peanut butter and more chocolate and more garbage and expect to lose weight. Remember, you cannot have your cake, eat it too, and expect not to gain weight. It just doesn't work that way. Let's talk about the research. I hate air quotes, but the research in this book is such a disaster that I have to throw out the air quotes there because I wouldn't consider this. It's a research study, but the research that they based this entire book on was one study measuring 11 people, hardly considered a comprehensive body of work. In addition to that, the people that they measured in the study all were all siblings of parents who had diabetes. So that's a very specific group of individuals. So even if you could generalize the results, which in a study of 11 people, you cannot. It's one of the first things they teach you in graduate school. Sample size is everything. And in general, you can't make big conclusions about anything until you have large bodies of work. That's why you hear things like the Nurses' Health Study. They take large thousands of nurses over the course of years and years and years and collect data. That's the only way to really develop a body of literature that actually says something. One study of 11 people and you've got the flat belly diet and all your problems are solved. Okay, so can you start to see why this is such a joke? All right, let's go on from here. Essentially what they did is they divided people in 3 groups. One group ate a diet high in saturated fat, which we all know is bad for us. The other group ate a diet high in carbohydrate. And then the third group ate a diet higher in monounsaturated fat. And according to the researchers, that group, which amounts to 3 or 4 people, showed a reduction in belly fat. Okay? Well, monounsaturated fats are fairly healthy for you. I don't have all of the specific details of how many calories they ate. Did they measure their metabolic rate? I mean, we don't really know the details of any of this. What we do know is that Prevention Magazine has taken a study of 11 people, 3 or 4 in each group that they tested, and made incredibly irresponsible and claims that cannot be backed up by the literature. And because they're positioned as an expert, because they publish a magazine called Prevention, people are led to believe that there actually is something called the flat belly diet. Let me give it to you straight here. You want a flat belly? Eat to your metabolic rate, do strength training 2 to 3 days a week, cycled periodically over the course of the year, do 150 minutes or more of cardiovascular exercise, eat 5 to 6 perfectly balanced meals a day, and we'll get you there. Guess what? Even then, you're going to lose a ½ pound to a pound a week max. This stuff takes work, it isn't easy, and if you're out there right now believing that something like the flat belly diet actually exists, you're in big trouble. Get it straight, sister. This is John Ashworth, the Fitness Nomad, and this is John Ashworth TV.